Welcome, my dear viewer, to Dr. Paul Kibicho, both YouTube channel and TikTok page. And today, I want us to look at what we call the power of decision making. The power of decision making. Why have I decided to come up with this particular topic? Because majority of us people in life, we fail because we do not have the capacity to make decisions. As a matter of fact, those people who succeed, those people who fail, it squarely lies on what we call the power of decision making. Some of us people, we are poor decision makers, extremely poor decision makers. And wherever we are, whatever we have, whatever we do is purely based on our decision making. Most of us people, we don't make decisions. And failure to make a decision is a decision on its own. So if you don't make a decision, you have already made a decision not to make a decision. If it becomes a tongue twister, it's part of our discussion. So why is it that majority of people in life are totally incapable of making decisions? Whatever you have, wherever you are today, it is purely because of decision making. There are those people in life who lag behind purely because they do not have the ability, the capacity to make a decision. And it has been echoed by many great philosophers that it is in the moment of decision making that you shape your destiny. So if you want to shape your destiny, you must become a good decision maker. But how many of us do make decisions? Like now, there's somebody who see that Kibisho is online, but they'll not be able to make a decision. And that failure to make a decision is a decision on its own. There are those people who always look at the negative side of life. What won't work, what has not worked for them. And that is also a decision. There are people who are negative in every situation. They see everything negative. If it's about their work, they see it in a negative perspective. If it is their dressing, they see it in a negative directive or direction. So everything that they do purely lies on their negative side of their lives. So it's up to you to make up your mind now when I'm talking to you today. Because by the end of the day, it is that small decision that you make that will take you to where you have always desired in life. There's some of us people who decided to buy a piece of land, but they were unable to make a decision. By the time those pieces of lands were being sold, they were cheap and affordable. But because that particular individual was not able to make a decision, he still is landless by choice for failure to make a decision. Sometimes we do say it is better to make a wrong decision than not to make any at all. So most of us people, there are those people who have not even married today as I speak to you, who are not yet married because they have not been able to make a decision. They are still in that ocean of confusion where even making a decision for them is a Herculean task, is Achilles' task. They can't make a decision. Even buying a suit, even buying a pair of shoes, even buying a wash, even having their hair shaved, they can't make a decision. I'm telling you, even deciding where to reside is a problem. They can't make a decision. Some of us people, some individuals out there, and those are the people who shout most. Even those people that you see most of the times insulting others on social media, they are the kind of characters who can't make a decision to be civil. Even failure to make a decision to be civil is a decision. Those people who take beer throughout, from Monday to Sunday, Monday throughout to Monday, it's a decision that they have made. There are people who make decision not to save. They have not saved any money. They have been working for 20, 30 years. They have nothing to show for 30 years because they are unable to make a decision. I remember there's some individuals who were supposed to join our Quest Pinnacle Investment Vehicles investment ventures. When we were starting, they have not even been able to make a decision for the last 1 year, 6 months. They are still in that ocean of inability to make a decision. I have told you there are some individuals who could have been very rich today, but they were unable to make a decision. We had some initial public offers. We had some shares that had been floated into the market a few years ago. But again, some people never made a decision. So even leaving a bad company, it takes a decision. Some decisions are painful. Some of us people, we can't make decisions because we feel making those decisions, they are going to deprive us of what we are used to. For you to get out of a comfort zone, you must make a decision. So, Ken Wagishia and Shiko Roti and Dennis Yekunya, you must learn to make thank you very much for giving me likes. I appreciate. I have been telling people the only thing that you can give to me is actually by tapping and giving me likes. Thank you very much, Madam Mary Jogona. Thank you, John Gashihe. Thank you very much, Ken. So what happens in life, basically? And today, please take this seriously. I have seen some individuals who retire with nothing because they made the wrong decision in life. They thought they had all the time. And I have told people that your failure to make a decision does not alter the calendar. The calendar remains January through to December. So if you are not able to make a decision, Mother Nature will not be kind enough to you to wait for you in your inability to make a decision to reorganize your house. It's up to you. Some of us people, we can't make a decision. We are out by the way. As a matter of fact, some of us people just exist. They found themselves into this universe and they just exist. I made a decision to go to school. Not those early years when I was a young child, when my thinking was being controlled by my mother and my father. So there came a time, and the Bible says, when I was a child, I was thinking like a child. Today I'm an adult, I'm a mature person. So I don't expect once again to rely on my parents. After all, they are not even there, they have passed on, to make decisions in my life. I am now in charge of my life 100%. Some individuals wait for others to come and help them chart their way forward in life. Those are perfect examples of failures. And I'm telling you, making a decision, you must learn to make a decision. Please, let's make, I repeat this, Moare and Senior 254, you are basically a product of your own decisions. So most of us people, we ought to have succeeded long time ago. Of course, success, I know, as many protagonists and antagonists will say, is relative, which I appreciate. Success is relative, but most of us people could have made some strides in life, but because we don't have the capacity to make decisions, we are still actually on the treadmill, burning calories, but going nowhere. And I thank God for one gentleman this morning who made a very good decision, who made a very good statement at Inoro TV by the name Calobert Jeru, the CEC trade in Kirinyaga County. He said, it does not matter how much you increase in terms of speed as long as you're going in the wrong direction. So your speed should therefore be on the right direction. So even if you accelerate, but in the wrong decision, your acceleration does not add value to your life. So some of us people, we have already made the wrong decisions and we are still accelerating towards those long decisions. So what are we supposed to do therefore? Sometimes it is good to seek help. I want to appreciate all those people who come to my office and they say, Daktari, I want you to guide me on how I'll be making decisions. Because basically, wherever you'll be, whatever you'll achieve will purely be dependent on the power of decision making. So how then do we require to make decisions? Number one, you want first of all to undergo and take this path of retrospection. Retrospection, ati huyu ni yule walituambia wakiwa na uhuru. With a lot of decorum, Kashu, can you get out of my social media platform? Go to the club where your level of your mind belongs, please. Kashu, that's all I'm telling you. Kashu, Steve, kindly get out of this particular forum. You are not invited, and this is not a nursery class. This is a class of mature men and women. So what I'm saying is this. Thank you very much, Caroline Wajiko. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Your failure to make a decision. Now, you see the guy is bringing politics in the where it is not required. Can you get out of our way? Please don't try to come and expose your ignorance before people who know, before people who are civil. And I have no apologies to make. So, Wajiko, that's what I've said, Karen, that your failure to make a decision does not alter the calendar. Then I have told you this. It does not matter how fast you learn. As long as you're learning in the wrong direction, your learning will not count. And I've been telling people, supposing you were going to Mombasa and you realize that you have seen a signage written, welcome to Nanyuki. Do you still continue the journey to Nanyuki, which was not your initial intended destination? What you do is that, fine, you have wasted resources in terms of time, energy, and money, but then you have to reroute now to go back to where you wanted to go. So most of us people, we have already made serious mistakes, even in terms of finances. Some of us, by the way, we have nothing to show for 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years that you have worked. So surely, then you require, and I've been telling people, it does not matter where you are in the globe, the compass must always point to the north. So we have what we call the conventional principles that makes people to succeed. But succeeding is a matter of choice. You need to ask yourself, what do you have? Where are you today? Where do you want to go? What do you require to do? How do you go there? Where are you? Where do you intend to go? What do you require to do? And how do you do it to go to your intended destination? So, Elijah Gaho, one of the things that we must endeavor to do is to learn to make the right decisions. Now, then, how do you make the right decisions in life? Thank you very much, Cosmas Mwangi. Thank you, Anthony, and thank you for your likes once again. And kindly, my dear viewers on my social media, be telling those people that you see writing nonsense on our platform to get out of our way. Actually, they waste a lot of time and energy. We do not have time to spend to them. Kindly do that. And before we get a moderator, because some people, they are irritant. They are called narcissists. They are necessarily evils in the society. So what I'm saying basically is this. Then, for you to be able to make a decision, then what must you have in life? I've come to share this information with you for free. And thank you very much for your likes. Paul Kariuki, welcome. Blessed one, Karibu. Yeah, and Irongo from Daiga, yes, that's my home. Kaso, welcome. Priscilla Nuna, Karibu. So, now, how then do you make the right decision? You make the right decision by having what we call a clear goal. So the guiding principle is by having a goal. The guiding principle is by having a goal. If you don't have a goal, you are like a coxswain or a captain of a ship without a compass. Then where do you go? Rashid, it is not for me to tell you whether I'm successful or not. We are not in a class of shaking the status of an individual. Also, Rashid, you can get out of my way as well. You have no business. Go and define success using your own dictionary, and leave my dictionary alone. I have no time for you, Rashid. And you can go to hell. So what I'm saying is this, and please members, I'm not arrogant, but then these individuals should be given their right medicine, because we don't have to, I'm coming to that, Steve, and you don't have to, don't create a space for people who have nothing between their 2 years. Tell them as they ought to receive it, and I have no apologies to make. And if you think I'm arrogant, you have never counted in my life anyway, in any way whatsoever. So, and of course, by seeing you on my platform, it is by sheer coincidence. I wish we had a way of sieving out those people who have nothing between their 2 years. Like Rashid could have been out of our way. He could have actually drifted 720 degrees out of our space. Now, let me go back to see how intruders come. And luckily me, I don't get disoriented. I have a big machine. Eddie, you can do that. Eddie. Eddie. You can do that. So, and of course, the first person that you throw out is this imbecile, this barbaric, obnoxious, and casured character by the name Rashid. And of course, the name Rashid betrays him anyway. So what we are saying is this, that what you require to do, Eric Kengai, wonderful. Thank you very much, Eric Kengai. Thank you very much. So what you need to do, Mr. This is my friend who has told me to do that. Can I do that? I'll appreciate. Now, one of the things that you need to do is to draw a compass. When Rashid, allow me to actually invade this character who thinks that he has got the buttons for our lives. Rashid, if there is no, if you feel that what I'm doing is not right, then you have no business staying in our platform. Kindly get out of our way. That's what I'll tell you, Rashid. We have heard you. We have heard the kind of a person you are. Let's proceed with that. We have people like Felix who want to know, Daniel who wants to know. So whoever has appointed himself or herself to be our moderator, kindly get that character out of our way. So let's move on with our discussion. Thank you very much, Ken Wageshia. Personally, I'm used to those kind of characters. For me to have come this far, I've met those kind of characters. But of course, you know me, I don't give a damn. So now we were saying the power of decision making. So the power of decision making, for you to know that you have the ability to make a decision, muscles get power with use. The more decisions that you make, the better you become in making those decisions. So first of all, identify a goal. Identify your objectives in life. What do you want to achieve in life in the first place? What do you want to achieve? Because the moment you identify what it is that you want to achieve, now you start laying the infrastructure towards achieving your goal. You start now eliminating what we call sense from nonsense. You start now eliminating sense from nonsense, and you start now identifying the right individuals whom you'll walk along with. You start now managing your time and finances well. You start now giving it what we call a time frame. And over and above all, you start now becoming more inclined to that particular objective or goal that you have set. So it is purely because you have already set a goal. It is purely because you have already set an objective that you start now realizing that the resources that you have adds more value, or they become more meaningful than before. So what we mean by this, allow me, for those who are Christians, practicing Christians like me, in the book of Proverbs 29:18, the Bible says that, thank you very much if I ever visited you. If I visited you at Upper Hill, I can attest you're a strict man. Yes, thank you very much for knowing that. I have said, let me repeat my words. Thank you very much for reminding. I have acute allergy for mediocrity. I repeat this statement, and I respect all those people who respect me, all those people that I respect. Your respect is intact. It has not moved an inch. But allow me to be dealing with those individuals, those characters whose faculties are full of fluff and dirt. I have acute allergy for mediocrity. As a matter of fact, even those people who know me, my friends are friends who add value to me. If you're a volume, you have no business being in my reign. If you're a value, then I have a reason to be with you. So I've given you a biblical quote that in the book of Proverbs 29:18, the Bible records, a nation without a dream is perishing. So if equally you don't have a dream, you are perishing, because the dream propels you. I am telling you, even here as I'm seated, I have a dream that makes me wake up every day at 4 a.m. Like today, I was up and about by 4 a.m. And at about 8 o'clock, I was in Kitengela meeting my clients. People that I engage with them through what we call intellectual intercourse. Intellectual intercourse. People who are like-minded. It's called meeting of the minds. Thank you very much. Daniel, Proverbs 29:18. Yeah, Proverbs 29:18. So what happens is that the moment you know what it is that you need to do, and you ignore the likes of Lashit, because those are people who should go to where failures are actually put under cell and lock, because these are the people who are expired drugs. Please avoid expired people. Please, for those people who know me, you know where I am. For those people who closely know me, you know where I am, and you know the journey that I have walked. And for those who have read my books, because I've written books which are meant for people who think, people who are rational, of course, not the likes of Rashid, who maybe went to start at second week and they dropped out of school. Of course, you can tell by their listening. You'll know where we have come from. So the most important thing in life, set a goal. Let's say you say today is 2023. Today is 30th June. Is it 30th? I suppose. Yes. I may not be very conscious about dates because I don't get paid by anyone. I pay myself. Let me irritate that bogus character called Rashid. Today is 30th. So what happens is that today is 30th of June, 2023. You say in the next 5 years, I want to get out of a rented house. So I want to take a loan from my SACCO, and I will be talking about a SACCO shortly. I have been talking about SACCOs for quite a long time, and I'll continually talk about SACCOs because the only thing that has made many people to progress in life is not the bank loans. It's not the bank loans. Thank you very much, Luce Matidi. Please, just like in Parliament, kindly respond to that. Kindly respond to that hogwash. So what happens is that you say in the next 5 years, I'm going to have to be living in my own house. And I've told you on many occasions, you don't necessarily have to own a house anyway, but you can say, I'll be having my own rental houses. You'll be having an asset of your own. So, thank you so much, Ken Geshia. Ken Wageshia, you make me happy. So what happens if he does he even understand what is hogwash in the first place? Anyway, so what you do is that you decide in the next, this is what I've been doing. For those people who know me, I wish there are some people, those people who know me, maybe you can comment. Those people who know me can maybe comment out there. I mean, what I do and what I've done in my life is that I set a dream, which is smart. I know the word smart has been overly used, but it does not lose its meaning. You must have a smart goal. Smart goal means a specific goal. What is it that you want in your life? And I've been telling people, if you go to the supermarket, or a hypermarket, or whatever it is that you call it, everything in that supermarket is important. It is good, but it's not meant for you. So you go for that meets your need. So everything in life is good, but you go for that which you think you can achieve and you require it in order to make your life more comfortable. So smart, have a specific dream, have a specific goal, have a specific objective. That maybe I thank you very much. I like your talk on TV. Inakuanga short sana. So specifically know what it is that you want. Thank you very much for your compliment. Extremely humble. You say, I want to be living in my own house, either the plot to be in Keno, either the plot to be in Kamuru, either the plot to be at Kantafu, either the plot to be at Mara, either the plot to be at Oaluai, either the plot to be at Rogatarogai, Kitengera, Kabura, or wherever. Identify. So once you have that specific goal, now you need to have it. Draw your dream. If you want to have a house, you can even go and get what we call an artistic impression from those architects, or you can use what we call the computer-aided designs, CADs, so that every morning when you wake up, your mind gets set and inclined to that dream that you have set for yourself. It has to be measurable. Measurable. The quantum of measurability means do not set a dream that you can't achieve. Measurable means looking at your resources. How much resources do you have? And out of those many resources that you have, will they be able to accommodate this particular specific goal that you have set for yourself? Because it has not been set by another individual. You are the one who have set it, having weighed yourself and known whether you have the ability, the capacity. Then it has to be achievable. A stands for achievability. You must achieve. Make sure that the dream, the goal that you have set, the objective that you have set is achievable. Then from there, achievability means you cannot set a dream that will lead you into that path of what we call depression and stress and depression. No, set a goal that you can achieve and you start. Think big, but start small. Think big, but start small. And what do we say? A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Think big, but start small. Then it has to be, we are now at R. We started with what we call specific. Thank you very much, Jenje. Yes, thank you very much. So what happens is this. Now, we have said specific within the context of your brain and what it is that you want to achieve. Specific, you know, and I have given you a very good example that if you go to the supermarket, everything in the supermarket is good, but it's not meant for you. Always remember that. Then measurability. It must be something that is quantifiable, measurable. quantifiable. You assess the resources that you have so that you can align them towards the dream that you want to achieve. So it has to be achievable. Then we have said R, it has to be realistic. It has to be realistic. It has to be rewarding. It has to be reviewable. Note these three R's. The three R's. One, it has to be realistic, it has to be reviewable, and then it has to be rewarding, because anything that rewards becomes a motivator. Everything that rewards becomes a motivator. So it has to be rewarding. Then we come to the most critical point. The dream that you have set for yourself must be time-bound, must have a time frame. Thank you very much for your likes. Those people liking it, giving me likes, I appreciate you by tapping, because that's the only thing. I don't charge for you. By the way, if I go training people, I charge a lot of money. But this one, I do it for you entirely because I know there are some people that have touched in their lives and they have added value. And therefore, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Dixon Kagondo, thank you for your great insights. Thank you so much, Mr. Dixon Kagondo, on my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Welcome, Dedan. Welcome, Nasty. Welcome, Blessed One again. I repeat the three R's. Okay. The first R, Madam Blessed One, I remember you now, Blessed One. The first R means it has to be realistic. Realistic. The dream that you have set for you must be reviewable, should be reviewable, meaning it is not cast on a stone. You can adjust it, you can mold it in such a way that it meets your expectations, because things keep on changing. We have what we call emerging issues that you have no control over. We refer to them in the academic circles extraneous variables. We have what we call extraneous variables. Thank you very much, Irakofia GM. A Nation Without a Dream, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ferista Morioki. Wise words, thank you so much, Ferista Morioki. So I've said, Blessed One, they must be rewarding, realistic. It must be reviewable. It can be reviewable, realistic. And then we can always say that the dream that you have set for yourself must have what we call, must be time-bound, must have a time frame. Even God himself created the universe within 6 days. The seventh day he rested. Similarly, you must appreciate that time does not belong to you. You do not have all the time in the world. As a matter of fact, even as I speak to you right now, seated in this comfortable car seat, your bodies are undergoing what we call BMR, basal metabolic rates, but that does not stop you from aging. You are still aging. So the power of decision making. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll see you have some time. Thank you very much. Hello, just joined you. Can you please discuss the benefits of saving with Orient Circle? Is it genuine? Yes, it's genuine. I've approached najua watu najega mtu. So what happens? So today we are talking about the benefits of decision making, the power of decision making, and what makes individuals to be able to make decisions. And I've talked about setting goals, setting objectives, and having a dream in life. Then, once you realize that time does not belong to you, remember, time means T-I-M-E, time in market expires. Time in market expires. You may think you're a young man, and I've told people in my various followers that being a youth is not a career. Being a youth is not a career. So being a youth is not a career. And I remember, and I have told some individuals like this, and please note this. If most of the times you are staying with people who don't think outside the box, if most of the times you just think about it, you actually walk and talk, or you dine and wine with individuals who have nothing between their 2 ears, whose central nervous system only oozes with nonsense, your chances of success are very slim. And that is why we say, show me your companion and I can tell you your character. That's a very good question. I respond to what can I do if I backslide in what I decide? Yeah, the decision making is very, very costly. Decision making is painful. Decision making is very painful and costly. I'll just give you an example. When I started building my school, for those people who know I have a school, maybe somebody can let Rashid know that I have a school, and we can offer him free scholarship to at least maybe bring him up a little bit. If he has got what we call, if he has a capacity of retention. because even capacity of retention may be an issue with him anyway. But what I'm saying is this. When I decided to build a school, I knew I was going to walk a journey that demanded my time, my finances, my thinking, and a lot more host of issues. But then I remembered two words: no pain, no gain. Mtakashamfuguni hanabudi kuinama. Even a farmer, when a farmer is preparing his land, it is not that enjoyable. Nobody enjoys that land. When one is stealing that land. When I was going through school, and I like the person who said that the roots of education are so bitter, but the fruits are sweet. Today, I enjoy that. Yes, today I can be able to wear any suit. I can be able to wear any kind of a tie. I can be able to wear. Why? I went through pain to be the person I am. Decision making means it is costly, it is painful. Though, let me tell you why is it that many people have not succeeded in life. Of course, we say success is relative, but we have some parameters that we use to know whether somebody is doing well. So using those conventional principles of measuring and, of course, gauging somebody who is doing well in life, it is purely because most of us people, we don't stick to the decisions that we have made. We don't stick to the decisions that we have made. Decision making sometimes means dropping some of your friends. I have dropped very, very many friends in my lifetime. Thank you very much, Honorable Kamango. Thank you so much, Honorable Kamango. Extremely happy to see you in my show. Thank you so much. God bless you. Eliud Makomi, thank you very much. Sonia Pinto, thank you for coming. Clifton Neo, karibu sana. I am going to tell you this before I bring this show to a close, to get the latest news of the court, our courts, offering what we call an injunction to what we call the already assented finance bill. Now, what happens, I have told you this, the moment I started building that school, every coin that I had was going towards that direction, because my mind, my soul, my existence was towards that particular goal. We normally say, if you aim at nothing, you miss nothing. So if you aim at nothing, you miss nothing. First of all, appreciate that. If Kenodia, note this. Diata Kenodia, Senju, note this. And please continually give me likes. So far, I've got 5,800 likes. I don't mind getting 10,000 likes. I don't mind getting 10,000 likes from you people, and I appreciate. Thank you very much, Mire Karimbu. So what happens, Morioki Ferista, is that note these words, and I want to repeat these words very, very carefully. You know, you must drop some people whom you call your friends. You need this far to have analyzed and asked yourself, these people that I call my friends, are they really my friends? Do they add any value? Anybody who does not add value to your life is actually a liability. How do they become liabilities? They actually consume your time, which you ought to be using to generate income and to be able to propel yourself to the levels that you have set for yourself. They misuse your resources. You go with them in a hotel, they eat whatever they want without even asking you whether you have money in your pocket, and they expect you to pay for their bills. Those are like ticks. I hate them. They're like ticks. They actually eat on you. They rely on you. They ask you for bus fare. It is quite unfortunate. So please, you do not have any business. Let me tell you, it is not written in the Bible. Watching live from Zimmerman, hapa PCA Zimmerman, as I was in PCA Zimmerman that I preached. Yes, you lose. Let me tell you something. The moment you lose, you actually get rid of those friends who don't add value to you. You start now coming back to your senses and consciousness, and you start now focusing. You start having what we call focus. And I told you the word focus means follow one course until you succeed. Follow one course until successful, or until you succeed for that matter. Focus. So if you want to succeed, analyze the kind of friends that you have, do away with them completely. Personally, I don't mind. I have dropped many people who have been a baggage in my life. For me to be the professor I am, for me to be the doctor I am, for me to be the lawyer I am, oh my goodness. It took me 4 years in a university studying law. It took me 1.5 years building my own college, Panorama College of Business Studies. That time I was not having any time for those busybodies. I had no time. But I thank God that I was able to do away with them and I added my self-value. When I went to do my doctorate at Jomo Kenyatta University, I had to drop many people. I even lost friends. And I thank God that those friends that I lost, God has given me more friends who are more valuable than even those that I had at that time. Meshach Jenga, tuned in, teachings. Thank you very much, Mr. Meshach Jenga. I'm still waiting for your response. Sorry to have said it when I'm on the media. Maybe you can actually side chat with me. Just let me a small text. It's a choice. Jimmy, it's a choice. I chose it. I chose the path. And I don't give a damn. I chose it. Today, I don't want even to make it public. Even the document I'm holding here that I have worked on for the last 5 days, from Monday to today, I had to leave my friends. Even Jesus Christ, there came a time when he was leaving his disciples because he knew that even some of those disciples he had, they were also not good people. They were time wasters. There comes a time when you evaluate the people that you have vis-a-vis the dream that you have, and you ask yourself, you do what we call the CBA, cost-benefit analysis. When am I better? Having these friends on my side or trying to shut away out for my life? Drop those bad people that you call your friends. The other thing that you need for you, decision making and achieving your goals and objectives, something else that you do. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen Mwangi. Thank you for your likes once again. Daniel, thank you very much. Anna Baby, welcome once again. Kimske, karibu sana. Ngash, Oxygen, karibu sana. Bob Kims, karibu sana. I can see you. Daniel, karibu sana. So Masedrango, karibu sana. So what happens is that the moment I have been telling people, and allow me to use this illustration. If I'm bribed in a population of 1 million, the numbers do not make me to see. I repeat this. If I'm in a multitude of 1 million people who have eyesight, my blindness does not get aided by their eyesight. If I philosophize, I'm a philosopher. And I just want to remind those people who sometimes talk trash that it is not the container that defines the content. It is the content that defines the container. Do I repeat that? For those people who can be able to internalize and synthesize. It is not the container that defines the content. It is the content that defines the container. And that is why the Bible says, we shall know them by their fruits. So when somebody speaks trash, it is evident that the body that you see from outside is only housing trash. Because if you eat maize, don't expect to give the universe, in terms of excretion, anything different from what you consumed. So, thank you very much, Emily Ishmael. Thank you very much. Thank you, Karibu. So, note this. I have told you, and I repeat, because I want some people to understand this, that I said it is in the moment of decision making that you shape your destiny. It is that time that you purpose to start now. You have wasted time in the past. Stop, please. Take a break. Even football teams, Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Tottenham, mention Everton, they go for a break after every 45 minutes. Not that they can't play for a whole 1 hour or 2 hours without a break. They can, but they need some time to look back and ask themselves, are we playing as per the original plan of the coach? Are we playing this football? Are we playing this match as per the original plan of the coach? Because there comes a time in life when you must create what we call your you time, my me time. When I don't have my wife next to me, my children next to me, my friends next to me, just to reflect and ask myself, God, you have given me 30 years, 40 years. Have I been able to live according to your purpose? The problem, and I have told you on many occasions, that not unless you identify your MDP, and I have given people this MDP on so many forums. MDP stands for major definite purpose. Not unless you know the purpose for which God created you. If you give somebody a remote like this and he does not know how to operate it, the TV screen will remain off until somebody knows that this button is the one that puts on and off the TV. Most of us people, we have not been able to realize the button that makes us know the purpose for which God created us for. And that is why you find people wasting time. You find a woman, so let's say before I come to a man, going to church from Monday to Monday. That is not God's purpose. That's not God's plan. Not going to church every day. And I have told Christians, sitting on a church pew does not make you a Christian. Sleeping in a garage does not make you a car. Neither does saying Jesus Christ make you a Christian. There is more than saying. There is more than professing. So we all desire to succeed, but our actions are the ones that takes us to the destination that we claim to go. So you are there. Yes. 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 years from now, I'm going to regret, not for the thing I tried and failed, but the decision I failed to give a try. Thank you so much, Mr. Mushiri Gashiri. That is what I'm talking about. Yes, allow me to read for the viewers what you have written, Mr. And this is the kind of intercourse. This is the kind of discourse that I like. When you see another philosopher coming out with an idea that we can share with our colleagues to become better. Mr. Mushiri Gashiri is saying this: 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 years from now, I'm going to regret, not for the thing I tried and failed, but for the decision I failed to give a try. Thank you very much for the likes. I really appreciate your likes. We have now gone to 10,000. We can also make them 20,000. Maybe I'll be giving you 9 of my minutes. Then I can call it a day. I go back to my house. I've been out since 4 a.m. in the morning. And you see, decision making. Oh my goodness. You know, when I look at people, karibu Wajiro Getao, karibu UV, karibu Mwangi, karibu Governor. You know, I look at individuals. Today, I got a chance of meeting a very senior person. Allow me to talk about this person that I met today at a place called Athirifa. He told me, some of us people, because we are employed, we have now locked our minds. Some individuals who are serving in various departments and capacities, they have already locked their mind, and they now seem to be drunk with what we call entitlement syndrome. You think because you are the HR manager of a very big organization, you have already converted that organization to be an organization. Oh, and to you. You are the managing director of a big organization, and you think you'll remain there forever. You've been appointed the CS, you have been appointed the PS, you have even been nominated to be a senator or a woman rep for that matter if they get nominated. And you think because now you have been nominated, remember, the seats that we occupy today, they were once occupied by other individuals who either left as a matter of natural attrition or who left because they were sacked or other issues that we may not know. So the best thing is to do what you can now. Start planning for your life now. Start managing your finances now. Start now laying the foundation where you want to be based on that acronym I have given you. Because the greatest fertilizer of failure, the greatest assassinator of dreams is procrastination. The greatest father of failure is procrastination. The greatest mother of failure is procrastinating. Failure to do what you ought to do now and refusing to appreciate what we call having delayed gratification as opposed to instant gratification. Thank you, John Bog. Many people, I have seen ladies who have lost opportunities of getting married at their prime age because they thought they were so beautiful and they thought that beauty was permanent. Even our mothers, they were once beautiful. Even Kebisho was once 25, and you can imagine when I was 25 when I was 30 years. Today, 30 years for me is history. Today, 40 years is history. Today, 45 years for me is history. Now, talk of 50 years, I'll understand what you're saying. But I have no regrets. Those people who know me, and I wish those people who know me can actually write on whichever, either YouTube or TikTok page. Those people who know me, they know the journey I have walked. I have defied. This is the audacity of hope. I've gone through a lot. People think when they see Kebisho that I was born and brought up in a loyal family. No, I was born and brought up in a forest. And I have even documented that in my books. And for those who have read my books, and for those who know me, they can even testify. I was born and brought up in a forest called Kiadogoro Forest. But I've been telling people the first step towards success is when you refuse to become a prisoner of the circumstances you first found yourself in. I repeat, the first step towards success is when you refuse to become a prisoner of the circumstances you first found yourself in. Yes, I was born and brought up in a forest, but I never became a monkey. Yes, I was born and brought up in a forest, but for information, I never became a hyena. I never became an elephant. So the first step towards success is when you refuse to become a prisoner of the circumstances you first found yourself in. Jesus Christ, the Savior of mankind, was born in a manger, but never became a calf. Yes, he was born in a background of cows. Yes, but never became a cow. Yes, I'm in YouTube. So whoever is coming late, you can go back to my YouTube, subscribe, and you'll get whatever I'm saying here. So it's about making decisions. If you are out there, please learn to make decisions. Some of them very, very hard and painful decisions. There are some individuals I dropped because if you are a man like me, and when I meet with you, the only stories you tell me is about how beautiful ladies of Malagua are, how beautiful ladies of South Africa are. Their beauty is not going to be converted to become currency that makes me read this life the way I read it. So I have no time for that nonsense because for me, that is nonsense. For me, that doesn't make sense. I'm always happy when I hear an individual telling me, Kevisho, are you aware that we have what we call the Mau Mau load? And anybody investing there in the next 2-5 years, you'll be a multi-millionaire. That I'll buy. Kevisho, can you convert your college into a university? I'll buy that. Anybody who tells me to go and take Black Label, Red Label, Captain Morgan, Don Perignon, 3 cousins, or 4 cousins, or Caprice for that matter, I have no time for that. Let those people whose orientation is taking those stuff take it, but not me, because our value prepositions are different. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, watching me from wherever you are, I can tell you this at a confidence level. It has already been researched on in South Africa, using a sample size of 5,000 people, that people who succeed, they had dreams and had power to make decisions. So if you're out there and the kind of friends that you have don't make decisions, don't become part of that wagon. Please disembark and start chatting your way. You have never met Tarifa asking you the direction to Indian Ocean. We have people who have made it in life. You need to read books, and I have given you books. And I have been talking about various books. You need to read the book, Who Moved My Cheese? You need to read my book, you need to read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. You need to read the book also, which is called Robert Kiyosaki. How come A students work for C students and B students work for C students? You also require to read a book on what we call Scaling the Heights of Excellence. You need to read by then Unlimited Potential by Anthony Robbins. There are so many books we can talk about. It is not late. Thank you very much, Aiso. It's not late for whoever is listening to me. You can turn aloud your fortunes. And with those few remarks, I don't think I have more energy and more time, unless there's a comment which is going to come. Thank you very much for those who offered to be my moderators. I have said, please go and look for those books. One is called Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? Once you put it into your Google, it will give you, I know the others, but I want to give you an assignment. Who Moved My Cheese? The second book is this, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, second book. The third book is How Come Idiots Are Rich and I'm Not by Robert Chamin. That's what I'll tell you the other. How Come Idiots Are Rich and I'm Not by Robert Chamin. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? Then the second book is what we call The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. The third book by Robert Shamin is How Come Idiots Are Rich and I'm Not by Robert Shamin. Then the other book that you need to read is Your Strategy Also Needs a Strategy. Your strategy also needs a strategy. Then you can read another book, which is written by a Kenyan, The Millionaire in Us by Mr. Boniface Okoth. The Millionaire in Us by Boniface Okoth. Then you can read another book by Mr. Bogwa Mombi. Excuse me, your dream is calling you. Excuse me, your dream is calling you. Excuse me, your dream is calling you. Then you can read a book by a man called Mr. Pepe Minambo, which is called You Can Dream Again. You Can Dream Again. I think with those few, thank you very much for your likes. I really, really appreciate your likes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Purity. Thanks hearing you for the first time. Very educative and informative. Thank you, Madam Purity. You can go to my YouTube channel. You can get about 1,000 videos where I have talked on various areas. May God bless all of you. To all those people who expressed severity, may God bless you. May God keep you for long. For those people who are not evil enough, we pray that God may give them the knowledge and the understanding that they are living in a sphere where you are not celebrated but tolerated for being a nuisance. Kafoshi Godfrey, thank you so much. I think I want to stop it at that now. 51 minutes, 1 hour. Thank you very much for those who have told me. God bless you. Oh, you are right. Lish, you are right. Pole sana Kaso YouTube. My YouTube name is called Dr. Paul Kibisho, PhD, QBHSC. Dr. Paul Kebicho, PhD, QBHSC is my official YouTube channel. You'll get so many videos there. Kindly subscribe. The only way that you can help me is by subscribing, because that's the only way that you can do. I don't charge you for any money. Or you umefika sahi, Grado Mwangi, go to my YouTube channel. For those who have come late, I can see quite a number of you saying, oh, I have come late. Aurelia, thank you very much. Very inspiring. Next time I'll come. Are sending greetings from USA. Thank you very much. Have subscribed already. Thank you very much, Nyoto. Kindly go to my YouTube channel. Whatever I have said is there. My YouTube channel is Dr. Paul Kebisho, PhD, QB, HSC. I talked to groups of people. Like now on 8th of July, I'll be in Embu talking to 1,000 people. On 9th, I'll be preaching at ACK Kitusuru. I'm also a preacher. I'll be preaching on at PCA ACK Kitusuru on 30th of next month, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check that. On 30th July, I'll be preaching at PCA Umoja Church for 2 services. I'll be in PCA Umoja Church. Thank you very much, Naomi Milan. You must be a very sharp lady. God bless you. What about entering to marriage? Is there a time limit you should? We'll discuss that another day. How do you plan your day? Hey, Kaso, that one nitakwambia siku ingine. Allow me to go and relax. Imagine I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning and I've been talking to people. I want to thank those people from Gong who invited me for the AGM. I spoke to 5,000 people. I also, once again, I'll never forget to thank Bishop Charles Muturi of ACK Mount Kenya South Diocese, who even gave me this pen, together with Reverend Molada. Reverend Harold Molada, you invited me. I spoke to 3,200 people, and my video has gone viral, by the way. I thank God for you people. I also want to thank Wakulima Daily in Mokoloine for inviting me to talk to the senior managers and board of management, board of governors. Thank you so much. And Wakulima Sacco as well. Olin Sacco, my home. Thank you so much, Olin Sacco, for giving wonderful services to our customers, both locally and abroad. May you live long. Viva, viva, viva Olin Sacco. We thank you. We thank the management of Olin Sacco, led by Mr. John Mwagiga Thiga, the CEO, stroke managing director, and our new chairman. Thank you very much. And our new vice chairman. We salute Dixon. Mr. Dixon, we salute you and the entire board for a good job well done. To our employees of Olin Sacco, thank you very much. We are getting very good feedback from all over that our services are exceptional. They are unrivaled, unparalleled. Olin Sacco, hoy, we thank God for you. And for those who belong to Britam, once again, Britam, we thank God for you members. We will give you services. We say with you every step of the way. And to those who invest with us at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, Hoy, we thank God for you. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for the confidence you have in us. We have no enough words to thank you. The naysayers, they are still out there waiting to see what will happen to us. But we thank God we are moving in the right direction. We thank God for that. To those who give us a platform to serve them in our Panorama Consulting Company, we feel honored. Thank you so much. We thank God for you. To those who have given me the platform to be in their churches, for those who have given me the platform to interact with the employees, for those who have given me platform even to preach to them again, may God bless all of you. You are a wonderful team. At that point, number 2, gift a badge. Thank you, Sammy Samuel. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Gakovia, thanks, Doctor. You really unlock my cognitive domain. Thank you very much. One day we'll be having a class where we shall really now engage into what we call deeper scholarly sphere, and we discuss serious issues. We'll even be discussing about, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm not ignorant. We'll be talking about our hearts, our livers, our kidneys, our legs. We'll be discussing about our brain. We'll be discussing weighty issues, and I will be inviting you officially. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Thank you very much. How can we invite you to our church? Just thank you very much for reminding me that I should give you my number. If you have an issue, please, you can get in touch with me either by calling, and I am a very strict Kenyan, either by calling me between 6 a.m. in the morning to 7 p.m. in the evening. Any calls that come past 7, I'm afraid I may not be able to pick them. So you can either only drop me either a WhatsApp message or you can DM me. So my number is 0722 633 021. 0722 633 021. I'll be able to discuss more with you. Thank you, Blessed One, for offering yourself to be my moderator. May God bless you. And you have always done that even in the past. If I'm not confusing you, maybe you need to confirm to me whether you're the one. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you very much, Blessed One. You told me a lady if I'm not wrong. Kindly confirm before I bring this discussion to its tail end. Thank you very much once again. Thank you very, very much, Madam Beha, Blessed One. At that point, ladies and gentlemen, I speak blessings upon your lives. May you now start setting goals. Thank you very much for your likes. We have gone to 13,300. I wish we could have made them 500. Yes, my name is Joyce from South Africa, SA. Thank you very much, Joyce. You have always been supportive. When you come to Kenya, come and I'll buy you a soda of Tarino. Thank you so much, Madam Blessed One. I appreciate you. You are great people. For those people who motivate me, who encourage me, who are, despite we going against the tide, you have stood with me. May God bless you. For those people who entrust their staff members with me, for those who have entrusted their money with me, may God bless you. On behalf of my team, may God bless you. I'll be on Inolo FM as usual on Sunday from 10 p.m. to midnight. Always join us with Mr. Shohi Waidafedi as we give you more insights in life. That brings us to the end of this discussion. Thank you very much, Wakarura Nyoto. May God bless you. Nameless, thank you. Silas Maina, thank you. I appreciate all of you. And at that note, bye-bye. Shalom. Muda ndio huo ushatupa kisogo. Mungu awabariki, Mungu awe nanyi. Namba yangu ya simu, namba yangu ya rununu ndio hiyo nimeshawapatia 0722633021. That is my number. Thank you all and God bless you. Shalom.